would mind just starting with your full name and what you wrestle by.
My full name is Donovan James Valley. My wrestling name is Marcus Centofante.
And who is Marcus Centofante?
Marcus Centofante was a little bit of a, I thought I was a bit of a gangster back in the day. Was not, but I just thought that was a good, edge, little mobster. And he was a man of the people, and he was also one of the biggest bullies around, depending on what the script needed, I had a clique of the big leaguers, and we kind of run rampant through the community, and a bit of a ego going around, but it was because we were all the best, so there was a bit of reality in the blurred.
So that borrowed from real life?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's very cool. How did you discover pro wrestling?
Pro wrestling, the earliest memory I have of it was my dad got me a Hulk Hogan fucking one of those plush dolls, so I would just wrestle and beat the shit out of that all the time. I'm not allowed to swear.
Yeah.
All right, fair. Sorry. Yeah. I would just wrestle that thing all the time, and then I fell out of it. And I remember when Sean was back on top and they were hyping the Iron Man, I saw the Raw after that, and I was just ever since after that I was hooked and stayed watching.
That's awesome. So how did that? So of course you're interested in pro wrestling, but why did that make you backyard wrestle? How did you get involved with that?
Me and all my friends in school, we just all really liked wrestling, and we would just do it in recess, and it was just a lot of fun. And doing it at school, we all got detention during lunch, and that naturally was well, we can't do it at school. We might as well do it at one of our house. And my mom, God bless her, she let so many people over, and we would just beat the crap out of each other as safe as possible, but back then it wasn't that good. And then after I graduated high school is when I found the Backyard Wrestling link, and seeing that there were so many other people doing what we thought we were the only people doing, and finding the forum and being able to talk and share media, feedback from others, and then learning what the Super Show was. And we just wanted to start traveling as well and meeting up with this community of great, amazing people all over the world. It was really crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you went right into what I was going to talk about next.
Fair.
So you're a natural.
My bad.
Can you kind of walk me through a little bit what a message board is like just in terms of discovering it and getting familiar with it, and then kind of how it led to you being what it became?
Yeah, so the first thing you would do is you would start posting your own individual feds media, and unless you're perfect, you immediately get criticisms, and there's anybody heckles people and online trolls. But within those there's actual good criticism, and you just kind of take the bad stuff with the good stuff and try to have thick skin about it. But there is, a learning curve, and, lashing back because you think someone's saying you suck. But really, if you take that kind of feedback and you improve, because when we were traveling to these shows, there were people that were trained to be pro wrestlers, and they would share that knowledge. And it was really just everyone making sure everyone was better and being safe, because we all just wanted to wrestle, and we deserve to do it safely.
So why did this message board, why did this community resonate with you? How did this become important to you as a person?
Just the first weekend that me, Crucible, and Alex Cross went to shows, we did a show in Pennsylvania on Friday. We went back to Cooperstown, and then on Sunday we went to Rhode Island and did a show. And just all the people that we met in person, those online personalities of people bullying and being dicks, they're just really that's just them having fun online. But when you get together in person, everyone just is really chill for the most part, and you really form that bond, because you're also putting your life on the line with each other just for entertainment of us. We didn't really think, there was no viral back then. There was no GIFs. There was nothing. That stuff's getting shared now, and that's cool. But back then it was just us doing it for us. And there was just some of the kindest people I've ever met. And if anyone's ever in Cooperstown, they have a place to stay, because I just love these dudes. And that made me want to keep going to shows and running shows.
So that's something common that I'm hearing, is just when these people mean so much to everybody that if you're in this town, don't even hesitate. You come stay with me.
Yeah.
How do you think everybody got to that point? Where, why did this work out so well for everybody? Does that make sense?
Well, it didn't work out for everybody because there are people that are bad people and toxic people, and they out themselves, and we keep them at a distance, an arm's length. But I think, like, you shared locker rooms and pro wrestling and independence. Like, when you have a great match with someone and it's like you're worried about the match and like your safety, but then afterwards and everything's fine, it just clicks, and like you feel like whenever you see that person in the locker room, you're like, it's going to be a great night at the office. We have that, but we don't have the ego and the money. We have just the hangouts and the friendship, and then, like, I just think that's a big part of it, is just like it's almost like a fraternity without like just parties. Although, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's parties, but I'm kind of talking in circles, my bad.
Yeah, Soy Boy said outside at the event, he's not here, right? That's what we said.
He is here.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, so he would be a great person to interview.
He had a really good soundbite. I don't know if you could touch on it, but he said that this is the high school that he wished that he went to.
That is a really great way to put it. That's crazy. Yeah.
I said save that for the interview, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Because, like, and I don't really keep track with a lot of high school friends. Like, the closest people that I am are people that I wrestled with. The high school friends that I wrestled with, I'm still friends with. These wrestlers, I'm still friends with. But yeah, it's weird because like they almost replace it. We all grew up together. We were matured. I love to see what they're up to. I love to see them winning. I feel for them when they're not winning, and I just wish everyone the best. And it's the best when we get together. It's like picking up like old times.
When you first heard about the show happening, what did that mean to you?
I thought it was awesome because for a long time I was the guy that would run these things. Like after you guys stopped running regularly in Pittsburgh, and WrestleFest 10 happened at Big John's Yard in Cooperstown, New York, and then that led to all the strings of NYEs and the Grabgasms. So for a long time, I was running the shows, so I can relate to Rick and y'all with all the stress of doing that. I'm always down to see everybody, but like my time as the pencil running thing come to an end. So the fact that somebody else was going to do it, I was all about it. And after a little while, because I had come to terms with not wrestling ever again, because I had just put my pro stuff behind me, Rick and I were like, maybe we could, because he always said that I brought out the best in him, which I always took as a compliment. And so we came up with the idea of bringing back the egomaniac of Centofante that I am not anymore, because I've been through hell and back the last 4 years. But so that was a lot of fun, and seeing everybody actually show up. Like, everybody can say they're coming, but to see them walk through that building and like they just kept coming in waves, like it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So I'll just ask you a couple more things.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to share about your match today in terms of just good, bad, and different?
I wish we got a fucking table. But that it was a lot. Like, the crowd didn't need, because we told like a sports entertainment type match with a little bit of death. And they didn't need to pop for little things like that hard drive and shit like that. But the crowd wrestling in front of all those guys was so much fun. And Rick really, that was easily my favorite match I've ever had with him. Like, he for not doing this in 13 years, he really, or 10 years or whatever, he held his own out there. He didn't miss anything. I think I missed more than he did, but everything worked out. I was worried. I brought safety gloves for the damn light tubes. They didn't work. I should have wore them. But it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Two more things. What do you think that this weekend, what do you think it'll do for you going forward? What do you think the biggest takeaway will be for you?
I always come away like feeling rejuvenated, seeing everybody. Like, yeah, there's that little lull at the beginning of the week of like, got to go back to reality. But like, it's always so like you feel young again, and like you can live forever, and you just keep that forward and keep chasing your goals. Like, I lost 50 something pounds this year, 70 pounds overall in the last like 2 years. And I'm just going to keep bettering myself, because like So next year, motherfuckers, I can be even more in shape.